Yeah, I'm very much watching Taree. It's where we've seen most of the rain over the last 24 hours. I wouldn't be surprised if by the time I get back to my desk, we've hit moderate flooding on the river there, on the Manning. The focus of the wild weather in New South Wales has shifted northwards over the last 24 hours. So we've still got heavy rainfall, damaging winds going on, damaging surf as well, extending up the coast and all the way down to Gosford at the moment. It's likely to continue through the day today. The offending trough isn't moving anywhere. It's remaining very stationary and in place. We're not expecting to see any significant change to this through the day today, or in fact throughout the days to come. It is going to be stuck there right through probably until early in the weekend. The rain will then eventually shift offshore. Now, I'm actually having trouble getting away from showing you just this warning. My maps are not responding right now, so I'll have to come back and try and give it another crack, I reckon. Leave it with me, but if you're in this area, pay attention to those warnings. We've got more than 30 schools closed right now, flooding expected to continue and worsen through the day today. I thought we'd better get the latest from the Bureau of Meteorology, and Senior Meteorologist Dean Narramore is there for us this morning. G'day, Dean. Wow, some big falls overnight. How much have we seen?
Yeah, g'day Nate and everyone. Yeah, incredible rainfalls between just south of Kempsey down to around the Newcastle area. Biggest concern right now around the Port Macquarie and Taree area, where both locations have seen well over 200 millimetres. Taree's seen about 270 millimetres since 9 o'clock yesterday. I think Port Macquarie's around 230, and many other locations in that area and extending inland as well have seen falls in excess of 100 millimetres. And we have major flooding around the Manning River, the Patterson River, and also on the Preston River, and that's continuing to increase as we move through today.
Yeah, a lot of those rivers I'm watching, the ones without the classifications, minor, moderate, major too, some of them have left like 10 metres or more in the last 18 hours or so.
Yeah, that's right. Particularly some of our smaller creeks and streams. You're right. We've seen rises of 6, 8, 12 metres as all that heavy rainfall extends well inland towards the Barrington Trops, and it's just consistently, moderate to heavy rainfall over many, many hours. And now the soils and catchments are saturated, and all that water has flown into those river creeks and streams, and that's leading to, in some places, areas, dangerous and life-threatening flash flooding, particularly if you're near some of those creeks and streams. And unfortunately, with lots more rain on the way, severe weather warnings current from Kempsey down to Newcastle and extending well inland, we're likely to see this rain continue through today and tomorrow, which means that flood threat will only increase in those areas.
Yeah, Dean, I'm showing those warnings now, and then we've got that little extra warning going down the coast and north of the coast too. What's happening with the surf there? Because it's pretty incredible, this rainfall certainly, but it's not the only thing we're dealing with.
Yeah, that's right. So that heavy rainfall threat in the areas I mentioned earlier, but that we've got this really strong onshore flow, very large high down towards New Zealand. It's pushing some of these big seas and swell onto the coast as well. So as you said, coastal hazards warning, pretty much from northern Newcastle all the way down to around the Sydney area and a bit further south as well. We're going to see some big seas and swell continue with this easterly flow. That's going to impact some of our beaches, leading to some minor coastal erosion, particularly on those high tides. That continues today and possibly into tomorrow as well.
Okay, Dean, the trough has absolutely stalled. How are we expecting it to develop over the next couple of days?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's just sitting right there thanks to that big high sitting out in New Zealand. That pattern's not going to change anytime soon. So today, tomorrow, and even into Thursday, we're likely to see that rain kind of sit in a very similar area. It might wobble north and south, but generally in that same area between Kempsey down towards Newcastle before finally easing and hopefully shifting south into Friday and Saturday. But a lot of rain to come, hundreds of millimetres, and likely to see a major flood scenario developing through parts of New South Wales, Hunter and mid-north.
Now, luckily, if you compare this to what happened in Queensland, at least these rivers empty out into the sea, right? So the flooding should drop pretty quickly. What's your your main message to people over the next few days?
Yeah, that's right. It's not going to go for weeks and weeks like inland Queensland, but if you live on any of those rivers, creeks and streams, particularly between Kempsey and Newcastle, extending inland towards the Barrington Tops, please listen to all advice from emergency services and our forecast and warnings, as this is likely to be a major flood scenario in these locations in the coming days.